It's 5 Live, it's your call. I'm Clare McDonnell. 26 minutes past 9. Is the housing market working for you or against you? 0500 909 693. We're going to talk to James in Essex and Glyn in Reading. We're also joined by Jonathan Davis, economist and wealth manager. Morning to you, Jonathan.
Hello, Claire.
Glyn, let's start with you. We appreciate you've been hanging on for a little bit there. What's going on in your life at the moment as far as housing's concerned?
Well, I've got quite a few children, and very few of them, if any of them, will be able to afford a mortgage. My thought was, we got this fixation with a 25-year mortgage. Why don't we increase the mortgage time to 99 years? Then all you've got to do is reduce the monthly outgoings and make people more affordable in the long term for mortgages.
Not a bad idea. Jonathan Davis, what do you reckon?
Absolutely dreadful.
Is that you chuckling?
Idea. I'm sitting here laughing. It's so ridiculous. It's hard to know where to start. First of all, they tried those in Japan. It didn't help. Japanese house prices fell for 23 years, and they fell 65% more, by the way, in Tokyo. We have the lowest borrowing rates in human history, stretching back to ancient Abyssinia. The idea that it's going to help further to reduce mortgage costs, that's a way of helping your kids. It's exactly the opposite. What it will do is it will further raise house prices, which means they have to borrow even more in order to service that debt.
Hang on, you said it had the opposite effect, though, in Japan.
Yes. In the short term, it raised house prices. Then it reduced house prices because they tried it and it failed. And similarly,
because people weren't buying them.
Sorry?
Why did it fail?
It failed because there was deflation in the system in Japan. Share prices fell 80%, house prices fell 65%. They tried everything they possibly could to bail out the banking system and to prop up house prices, and it failed miserably. And those who took out 100-year mortgages, they've still got them for the next 75 years. Think about that. However, they owe the equivalent of £500,000 on a £300,000 flat. Do you get my point?
Yeah, so you get back into negative equity. But the point you're making about we've got the lowest interest rates since records began, it's not really helping people get on the property ladder, is it? So what do we do?
Right. First of all, we stop using this ridiculous phrase, the property ladder. That assumes that house prices can only rise. We've had a house price bubble for 10 years now. And in fact, with London continuing to rise until recently, that's the only reason why the national index has stayed positive. Outside of London and the home counties, I can show you practically the entire United Kingdom is down from 2007 prices. So, this is a national station. Outside of London and the home counties, prices are down. So there they have a housing snake. It's only in London and the home counties.
Well, we were just hearing about St Ives this morning, and there's pockets, and people getting in touch with us to say that actually isn't the case. There's pockets all over the country where it may be down. The market may be down, but the prices are still high. That's the point. And if the prices are still high, you have to get a big deposit that people can't afford. So what do we do about it?
What we do is we stop intervening in the market. So we've heard about 99-year mortgages. We've heard about reducing interest rates. We've heard about capping rents. We've heard about building more. None of it will work. It's been tried many times around the world. Indeed, in the UK, it doesn't work.
How can not building affordable housing not help people? I don't understand that argument.
Well, I'll explain it. In Spain, for example, in 2006, the peak of the house building, they built as many houses as France, the Netherlands, and Italy combined, and this for a population of merely 45 million. House prices continued soaring. The only always been not the supply of houses, but the supply of lending. So when I see 3 years ago the Chancellor launching with great fanfare Help to Buy, which incidentally I call Help to Sell, what it did was it got lending moving again, and prices were about to fall off a cliff. If you look at the statistics in 2011 and 2012, so prices didn't do that. In fact, they got on their merry way again. So we need to end Help to Buy, and we need to let banks do whatever they want to do. However, the next time they fail, we do not bail them out. And I tell you, with that self-regulation, they will massively reduce their lending. That's the way to reduce house prices.
Thank you. I think we're all clear on that one. So you let the banks regulate themselves, and if they don't do it effectively, they're on their knees. The taxpayer doesn't help them. It's a radical argument. It certainly hasn't happened in this country so far. What do you think to it? 0500 909 693. That's the economist, or one economist's answer on how you sort the housing crisis in this country out.